My name is Joseph Zordich. I'm here representing Vita, Infuse Yourself with Life, here down in South Florida. I'm here with David Warr, who is the co-creator of the ChocolaTree out in Sedona. Really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful restaurant and gift to the world. And oh, absolutely. Thank you for bringing it to us.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, our pleasure too, honestly. And so I have a couple questions to ask David, and they're things that have been on my mind in a lot of the organic culture that is arising here. I'd like it to be expressed among all of us, a couple of these ideas. The first one is, you've noticed the rise of the organic culture lately. I think it's getting stronger. Is this something that do you think we have to put work into, or is this something that's going to start to naturally unfold because of the work that we've already done?
I think both. It's interesting that we say the a rise of the organic culture, which I agree with you. However, up until about 75, 80 years ago, everything was organic. There was no such thing as non-organic, actually, but it's only pretty much after World War II where a lot of the industrialized nations started using more pesticides and herbicides, and then science in their infinite wisdom started using GMOs and started doing things to denature food, that the organic culture rose up as a response to that. But the organic culture has always been with us. It's the natural way that we've eaten for hundreds of thousands of years on the planet. It is tragic to me that often it's somebody that comes to me because they've got a degenerative disease that's been caused by herbicides or pesticides or GMOs, etc., that they need to eat organic and can't afford for their personal health to do otherwise, that they're looking for inspiration or ideas on how to become 100% organic. But yet that's our natural way of being. It's the way that our bodies thrive. It just makes perfect sense that if you use the fuel that matches your body's innate needs, it's going to be the fuel that's going to ignite you to your fullest potentiality, as opposed to the foods that are laden with pesticides, herbicides, etc., that actually tear down the body's natural ability to do what it's in itself inherently made to do.
Yeah, it definitely stoked some of part of the next question, which, so I feel like it's going to start to unfold with the more awareness that we have.
I think more and more people are becoming, it's evident that the pesticides and herbicides in our bodies now that come from these artificial places are toxic, that are causing diseases or augmenting existing diseases. And so more and more people are going to do what they need to do to stay away from that and move towards a healthier food supply. And so organic will become more and more the norm. I see it happening in our restaurant. I go to other restaurants and some of the proprietors are saying to me, hey, because of you guys, we're forced to have organic on our menu now because people are asking for it, and if we can't produce it and supply that, then they go over by you guys. So it is more of a movement that people are asking for, and the businesses in our society are going to respond to that.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So it will unfold kind of just as it's already started to. So you mentioned a lot of it, the organic culture is rising because of the GMOs, the pesticides, and the herbicides. Is there any amount of appreciation that we can extend to that? Because I feel as if we hadn't had the GMOs and herbicides and pesticides, we wouldn't have the type of, we wouldn't have the push into re-organicizing, so to say. We wouldn't have that push into becoming more organic.
I think it's tragic, but that's true. When we've got a system where we can eat a little bit of toxins and still arrive at a ripe old age, say 85 or 95 or 105, and our physical life ends, we might not know the difference. But when people are starting to get sick now at 35 and 45 with diseases that heretofore had only been for people 80 and over, for instance, people are starting to see, wow, look at all the chemicals in their blood, or look at all the pesticides or herbicides, or look, they worked in a fertilizer factory, and of course they've got cancer, etc. So it is, people are starting to connect the dots, and it is unfortunate, but because of that, people are becoming much more aware, much more diligent about where their food supply comes from.
Would personally, I would encourage people to look to forgiveness and gratitude for the GMOs and everything that caused the organic culture to rise. Would you encourage that too? Because I feel like hate and resentment isn't the best thing to feel.
Well, you're right, blame is never a place that you want to end up. However, through taking the appropriate actions to determine where the responsibilities lie, the ultimate responsibility is us ourselves responsible for what we put into our bodies. Of course, at that point, then we can, forgive, like you say, and move forward. However, I think it's also important to allow people to have the responsibilities of their actions. I think it's important to allow farmers and politicians, etc., to have the consequences of the actions that they've fostered themselves. I think that that's a healthy place to be.
And so, you're really into chocolate.
Who isn't?